What's good? It's your boy, Jay. That's me. It's been a minute since I reviewed AEW Collision, but I decided to watch AEW Collision for September the 23rd, 2023, just because of two matches. Bryan Danielson versus Ricky Starks in a Texas death match, and Jay White versus Andrade El Idolo. Oh my God. The rest of this show was an absolute embarrassment. An embarrassment. It was laughable. Oh my God. Collision has no sense of direction. It's a mixture of Ring of Honor, it's a mixture of AEW Dynamite, and it's a mixture of Rampage. It really has just become the third and fourth hour of Rampage. It's got no sense of direction whatsoever. And I just don't understand it. I don't. Like, laughable. Just absolutely laughable. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. The only saving grace of this show was basically the main event. That was it. Even Jay White and Andrade, even that didn't deliver like it should have. I really feel bad for the people who watch AEW Collision. I genuinely feel bad for you. When CM Punk had control of the show, Collision looked a lot better. It was more serious. And it was worth watching. Now that he's gone, it's just gone to shit. And Collision is only maybe 10 weeks old, I want to say. Maybe. Maybe about 2 months old, 2.5, 3 months old. And it's already gone to crap. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It was a failure. It was an absolute failure. The show was awful. This show was awful outside of the main event. Let's just go ahead and get into the review, shall we? So, we kicked the show off with Darby Allin, Christian Cage, and Luchasaurus, Ricky Starks, and Bryan Danielson. So Ricky Starks says he's going to put Danielson 6 feet under. Danielson said that many people have tried to keep him down, and no one has succeeded. And he said Ricky Starks won't succeed either. So then let's lead this into our first match of the night, that being the triple threat match for the TNT Championship featuring Luchasaurus, Christian Cage, and Darby Allin. So, Christian Cage gets the win. Luchasaurus chokeslammed Darby, and then Christian Cage threw out Luchasaurus and pinned Darby. So AEW is taking a page out of WWE's book, how they book triple threat matches, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? So Christian Cage wins, so it makes sense. Perfect stuff there. No problem with it. Moving on. So Alex Marvez, he interviewed Don Callis, Tenosuke Takeshita, and Sammy Guevara backstage. So Don Callis said that he put both Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega on the map at the Tokyo Dome, and now they're against him. Don Callis said that Kenny Omega loves Kota Ibushi, and said they're closer than brothers. Don Callis said he's not worried about the match because as great as Ibushi and Omega and Jericho are, he's got Guevara and Takeshita and another family member named Will Ospreay. Don Callis said that the Don Callis family has never been stronger. He said once they finish it, they'll finish it once and for all in Seattle. So that's fine there, but then again, Wrestle Dream is next week. I thought this was leading to a match between Kenny Omega and Tenosuke Takeshita, but instead we're getting another 6-person tag. Not good. Not good at all. That's not what I signed up for. Why can't we get Kenny Omega versus Tenosuke Takeshita? I have no idea why we can't get that match. I don't get it. Your guess is as good as mine. Moving on. So, Tony Schiavone interviewed Christian in Luchasaurus backstage. So, Tony Schiavone said he's now officially the champion. Christian Cage dedicated his win to Nick Wayne's mom and his late dad, Buddy Wayne, whom he said was cheering him on from upstairs. Christian Cage said he's done with Darby. Tony Schiavone said Christian Cage's first title match will take place next Sunday at Wrestle Dream in Seattle in a 2 out of 3 falls match against Darby Allin. Christian raged and stormed off. And I'm just like, oh my God. Christian's about to have the shortest TNT title reign in history, basically. He's going to be a champion just for 8 days. Great booking there, Tony Khan. Great booking there. Fucking clown. Next. This is why Collision went to shit very quickly. Hook and Rob Van Dam versus 2.0, which is Matt Bernard and Angelo Parker, along with Anna Jay and Jake Hager. So, Hook and RBD won. Jake Hager tried to get involved with a steel chair. RBD did the Van Daminator, and then he did the 5-star frog splash for the 1, 2, 3. Not a good look, man. Not a good look. Moving on. So we got a video package that aired about Eddie Kingston, who talked about becoming Ring of Honor champion, and he's going to be defending both his titles against Tatsuyori Shibata at Wrestle Dream. And I'm like, what in the actual fuck is going on? What kind of shit is this? What sorcery is this? This doesn't make any sense. It makes zero sense. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. This is so damn stupid. Another reason why Collision sucked was because it featured the Dark Order. So John Silver said the world has gotten out of control. Evil Uno and Alex Reynolds said that they needed order and that they're here for them. That they're there for them. Oh my God. And it continues. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, they cut a promo about facing the best friends on Collision next week. They said that they're focused on being next strong. Again, this is more Rampage fodder. How the mighty have fallen. How the mighty have fallen. This is all Rampage stuff, man. Like, for real. This is literally is all AEW Rampage. Collision has just become the third and fourth hour of Rampage. It makes zero sense to me. Just like Julia Hart versus Kiera Hogan. Julia Hart wins. She locked in her finisher again with whatever she's calling it. It's almost similar to the lockjaw, but it's in a different angle. So Sky Blue came out for the save. Julia hit behind Brody. And then she sprayed her in the face with blue mist. Brody got on the mic and said that violence will not end. He said over 24 bodies are stacked, and it will not end until they get to Chris Statlander. He told Chris Statlander to put the title on the line at Wrestle Dream, while the body count will continue to rise. Julia Hart said, "Remember, Chris, the house always wins." And I'm just like, what's going on here? What? This makes absolute zero sense. Tony Khan is just booking matches for the sake of booking matches. There's no story there. Like, come on, dude. Like, for real. Wrestle Dream shouldn't even be no more than about maybe 6 matches. This isn't a pay-per-view that needs to have everybody on it. This is a remembrance show. A memorial show to Antonio Inoki. Why does everybody have to be a part of this? I don't get it. Then, the Righteous. They got a clip aired of them winning last night on Rampage. So they're going to be taking on Better Than You, Baby, Adam Cole and MJF at Wrestle Dream. When that should have been the Kingdom in that spot. Because they are in a storyline with Adam Cole and MJF. Terrible booking. Terrible booking. So, a vignette aired on The Righteous where they talked about being pure, and they said they were going to crawl out to expose MJF and Adam Cole. And I'm just like, in the back of my mind, can we please stop the Bray Wyatt gimmick? Bray has passed on. Can we stop this? Please. This makes zero sense. The Righteous have only been on TV twice. Twice. I don't get it. Once again, this doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't compute. Moving on. Jay White versus Andrade El Idolo. Jay White wins. Juice Robinson and the Gunn Club got involved. And this allowed him to hit the Blade Runner for the 1-2-3. Nothing happened. There was no angle. So we got no Derlistico. We got no Roosh. So I guess Andrade is by himself. Oh, fuck. Tony Khan, what the hell are you doing, dog? What are you doing? What are you doing, man? Get it together. I'm gonna need you to get it together real quick, Tony Khan. Real quick. Because, bruh, you can't book. So, we didn't get a clip of Mike Santana winning his match last week following a heated exchange with Ortiz on the rap. So, a vignette aired with sound bites from Santana and Ortiz. So that's cool there. So I guess let's think of a match between the two. I'm fine with that. Next, Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty were backstage. So Shane Taylor discussed his past with Keith Lee and said Lee went to work with that other billionaire while he stayed in ROH. He said that he'll put Lee on the ground, in the ground to provide for his family. And I'm just like, what in the hell is this clown talking about? Dude, Shane Taylor is okay. Lee Moriarty is just not that good. Like, he's better off being an Impact. Next, FTR versus the Workhorsemen, Anthony Henry and JD Drake. The less said about this, the better. FTR wins. So Ozzy up and they get into the ring, and then they talk trash to FTR, and FTR is gonna put their titles on the line at Wrestle Dream. Yawn. Who cares? So Dax got on his knees and asked for them to bring their best, or else don't even show up. And then they dipped out. I'm just like, two generic white guys, Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis. Two generic white boys. Yo, this shit sucks. This shit sucks. This sucks. Moving on, Solana, aka CJ Perry, is backstage. So CJ said that her husband Miro has lost his way. CJ said that she wanted to help him become champion again, but he's preoccupied with past temptations. Miro showed up and said that his temptation is her. He looked at her cleavage. Miro said that her temptation is the lights and the fame, and it changes you, he said. So CJ began to laugh nervously, and she said she just wants to chase titles because it makes her feel alive. Miro said he feels he needs to save her if he stays. CJ asked if she really needs saving. CJ told him that to take his path, but she'll take hers. And then she said that she told Miro not to put his hands on any of her future clients. Can you promise that? And then Miro turned and then walked out. I'm like, oh, okay. Interesting. So interesting stuff there. Main event. Ricky Starks versus Bryan Danielson, Texas Death Match. Very good match. In the end, Danielson wins via the running knee, the psycho knee. He wrapped the chain around his knee, and he won. So post-match, Willie Yuta came down to check on Danielson afterwards, and Big Bill, a.k.a. W. Morrissey, came out to check on Ricky Starks. And then the two of them got into a shoving match, and then the show ended. And that was Rampage. My bad. That was Collision. So, Ricky Starks has lost twice. Where does he go to next? I don't know. I really don't know. Again, AEW Collision has no sense of direction. There are only a couple good things on the show that happened. That being the main event. And Jay White and Andrade. Other than that, the show sucked. The show was awful. Awful. Just not a good show. It's just another long extension of Rampage. But what did you guys think? Please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for my videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. This show sucks.